This podcast is a member of the Red 5 Network. For more Red 5 Network podcasts and content creators, visit bio.link/Red5.
What? We're back!
We are!
Welcome to Use and Abuse. I'm Scott.
I'm Kim.
And for some reason, it is friggin' early in the morning for us.
Yes, it is.
Welcome to your wake-up call.
Yes.
Time to rise.
Yes.
Time to go to bed out here, but time to rise on the east.
Yes, exactly.
Yes, exactly. Just yes, exactly. What?
I'm egging the AC on.
What the fuck?
I'm egging the AC on.
Okay.
I need to get cool.
I can feel it.
Yeah.
Can you feel it?
I can feel it.
Okay, then what's the problem?
I still feel hot.
You still feel hot.
Yes.
Well, if we weren't live on YouTube, I'd say it's strip, but we're live on YouTube.
Yeah, we are.
So you can't strip.
Nope.
So anyways, what do you think? Normally, just go back to the old days.
Do we do the disclaimer first?
Oh, yeah. Your disclaimer.
Yes, my disclaimer.
Kim likes her disclaimer.
This is a disclaimer for everyone that's going to watch this now and on the replay. This is our racing podcast. All of our opinions are just our opinions, and they are from a fan's point of view.
Yep. The only racing I'm done racing. I mean, I've been a flagman, but for local dirt track stuff.
Yeah.
So I can speak a little bit from that point of view.
Yes, you
on
can.
Things. I mean, I've raced bikes in my younger years.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I've been there, done it.
Yeah.
You know, so it's not like that big of a deal.
No.
But
go ahead.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
I says, but if you want, we can get the housekeeping out of the way, and then we can proceed.
Yeah, let's go ahead. Let's get that. We're gonna go back to the old school way of just let's do the housekeeping in the beginning.
Yep.
Anyways, real quick, just so in case you didn't know, we are going to talk about the Richmond race, which was held on this last Sunday.
Yes, it was.
And yeah, we're really not going to. I mean, well, when we get there, we're really not going to focus on the race that much.
No, we're not.
We're mainly going to focus on the last 2 laps of regular racing and then the OT.
Yes.
But yeah, let's go ahead and get the housekeeping done and out of the way first, and that way we don't forget it at the end like we normally do.
Yeah, exactly.
Because that's the way we used to do it, is always do the housekeeping in the front. So we're going to continue and go back to doing it in the front.
Yes.
In the front, not poker in the rear.
No. Thank you to Adam Coswick from A Certain Point of View podcast for creating our new remix logo. Thank you to Luna Girl and Dragon Buddy, Backyard TARDIS, Hannah,
Go ahead.
Mikey, Bryn Lee, and Case for supporting our Patreon.
You want the sports to go? Oh, wait.
Please get your shit together.
All right. Go ahead, Kim, because obviously I can't talk.
Want to support the show? Go to patreon.com/usedabusedpod. Check out the ATSW family. The Sidebar Cantina live every Monday on YouTube at 5:30 Eastern.
Yeah, hey, Jason Rossman, man, get well, brother.
Yeah.
They missed the last 2 weeks. From what I know, I believe he's not feeling well. So thoughts and prayers with you, bro.
Yeah.
Get well. So right now they're kind of on a hiatus.
Yeah.
But when they come back, they're going to be talking about Anchorman.
Yep, they are.
Go fuck yourself, San Diego. I think that's what it says. I love that movie. It's freaking hilarious.
I heard it was the ATSW, the Escape Pod, every Pantless Wednesday on YouTube at 7:05 Eastern. They just had their they just had a show yesterday,
which is episode 201.
201
week before they did episode 200.
So they're now at 201. They discussed the Disney
the D20, D3, D23, where the fuck it was.
Yeah, anyway,
some Disney Expo where they talk about new trailers, talk about stuff. And Kim's really excited. I'm just gonna throw this out here. One movie she's really excited to see coming out this year is actually the new Snow White.
No, I am not, because they're ruining my childhood.
Dude, all right, we'll get there. Layman's Terms on YouTube. Go check out Keith Layman, Drunken Banter, Magic the Gathering, and whatever the fuck else he wants to talk about.
Yeah, he just posted a new video not too long ago.
Yeah. Stranger Things has happened with Dawn Delasnooch and Lunar Girl. Right now they are kind of hiatus. They are like halfway through season 4. They've really given me an opportunity to get caught up.
Yes, they have. You might want to think about it.
And I didn't do it.
I know.
Now I'm still in season 3. But they are going to come back to get ready before season 5 comes out. So that way they're able to kind of finish the show off as the show finishes off on its own.
Yeah.
So just go over to YouTube and matter of fact, every one of these that we talk about are on YouTube. Just make sure you go follow them, click that subscribe, hit that bell to be notified, so you know when Stranger Things has happened, goes live. Also, Layman's Terms, when he uploads a new video, the Escape Pod goes live, and Sidebar Cantina goes live. And make sure when you're searching out the Escape Pod, it is ATSW, the Escape Pod. Anyways, great reviews with Alan and Dragon Buddy. Tuesdays at 7 and Thursdays at 7:30 p.m.
They
Eastern.
do have one tonight, like it says tonight at 7:30.
Tonight at 7:30 p.m. They will be live here on YouTube.
Yes, tune in and become part of the Talking
Dead.
The Talking Dead.
Join the living room.
Yep.
In the Talking Dead.
Yes, and they do a very good review on all horror movies that they watch.
Horror movies.
So if you want your horror fix, tune into them.
Right.
Sweet Studios and Explicit Noise on YouTube.
Yeah. Orange and Fish Show on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. I don't know what their last episode is, but they're constantly releasing new episodes. So go check them out.
Yep.
Matter of fact, I wouldn't be shocked if they don't have a college football.
Yeah. College football.
Since college football is already started up, I wouldn't be surprised they don't have a college football show getting ready to come up. And if they do, they will be bashing BYU.
Hey, I don't care. Red 5 Tavern on Friday at 9 p.m. Eastern.
What is the problem with saying live?
Oh, live on Friday at 9 p.m. Eastern. let me rephrase that. Red Tavern live.
Red Tavern? Hold it, Kim.
Please get your shit together.
Me. Red 5 Tavern live on Friday at 9 p.m. Eastern.
Again, right here on YouTube. They are a D&D group, Dungeons and Dragons. For those of you who don't know what D&D is, go follow them because they have great banter, great fun, shenanigans galore. Then they're a fun follow and watch.
Yes, they are. Red 5 Reading Book Club meets every Sunday. Get more information, contact Nicole on Twitter, X at PL Fandoms or at Red 5 Reading.
Right. And right now we're currently, the Red 5 Reading Book Club is currently reading Aftermath 2,
which is The Life Debt.
So if you haven't read the book or are reading the book or own the book on audio or whatnot, this Sunday we will be discussing chapters
17 through 24.
Thank you. 17 through 24. So yeah, so reach out to Nicole and she'll probably get you into the Discord, and we meet every Wednesday or Wednesday. Every Sunday night at about 8:30 p.m. Central Time.
Yes,
so it'd be 9:30 Eastern, where we discuss the book, and we sometimes we barely touch the book, and we just have a great time talking to each other.
Yeah.
Sometimes we talk about the book, sometimes we grace over the book and just have fun.
Yeah. Also,
Like last week, we were supposed to talk about chapters. I don't remember what the hell it was,
chapters
but
8 through 16.
right, but it turned into a Lion King sing along.
It did.
And it wasn't like anybody's playing any Lion King music. It was just like every time we brought something up or said something that had something to do with Lion King, we would just start singing the songs.
Yeah, we would.
Like Hakuna Matata. What a wonderful phrase. Hakuna Matata. Ain't no passing craze.
It's our problem-free
Philosophy. Hakuna Matata.
Also,
Hakuna Matata.
Also, every 5th, 15th, and 25th, she does have on the 5s, and she does have different guests. That's also on YouTube. So
that will be shown under the Red 5 Network banner.
Yes.
Or YouTube channel. So go follow at, I think it's Red 5 Network on YouTube. And like Kim said, the 5th, 15th, and 25th, hence on the 5s, she'll have a new live guest.
Yes, she will.
Where she just talks about books, asks them some quick fire questions, and she also will interacts with the chat like we do.
Yes.
And brings up some and she likes some of the responses sometimes she gets from the chat on these questions she asks her guests.
Yes.
Anyways, speaking of the Red 5 Network.
Yes, speaking of the Red 5 Network, go to bio.link/Red5 to find more exciting podcasts. There is virtually one for every type of
And
person.
as far as we go to used, abused, though. All used and
abused pod links can be found in the show notes.
I'm changing the goddamn name of the show to fuck off.
Pinned to the top of our X page and go to bio.link/usedabusedpod.
All right.
And now for the show.
Now for the show. Now here comes the shit. You know what everybody's saying right now, right?
What?
When you said now for the show, there's like,
well, we're waiting.
Exactly.
All righty, Kim. Richmond, the Cookout 400, Richmond, Virginia. Let's go ahead and talk about a few things. Goodyear brought 2 different tires.
Yes.
We had
the prime.
We had a prime tire and an option tire.
Meaning,
first of all, hold it. I'm with Dale Jr. on this. I know you didn't listen to his podcast on yesterday, but God damn it, let's just call them what they are. They're fucking colors.
Yeah, let's call them the red tires and yellow tires.
Right.
Why not?
Right. One's a harder compound, which was a yellow tire, and then the softer compound was red.
Yeah.
There's no reason to go, oh, we don't need to add like fucking IndyCar on this.
No, prime tire not. No.
Mean, even IndyCar, hey, Indy, change it.
Yeah.
No, you've got 3 different, they got 3 different ones. They got pretty much the same, but they got like the same fucking colors as F1 does.
Yeah, they do.
Let's call them soft, medium, hard. How about we just do that?
Yeah, exactly.
Nice and simple. Soft is your red, medium your yellows, hard is your friggin' whites.
Yeah. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy
right.
Doing that.
So anyways, we brought 2 different tires. Which one's the prime tire was what?
The yellow.
Okay, and the option tire was red.
The red.
Was the other way around?
No, it was the prime was yellow and the option was red.
So early on the race, everybody started the race on the yellow tires.
Yes, they did.
At one point, only about 3 cars, I know Suarez is one of them, decided to throw on the reds.
Yes.
And boy, he drove through the fucking field. Got right to the lead, didn't he? Yeah, he got right to the lead. And then eventually he got right on the same pit strategy, when he come back in. Now, but the problem was they only had 2 sets of reds the rest were yellows.
Yeah.
So you had to be really choosy on when you use it.
Yeah, picky choosy.
Kyle Busch's team, the 8 team, at one point they had a bad pit stop.
Yes, they did.
They tried to use the red tire to get back up. It didn't really work out for Kyle Busch.
No, it didn't.
The only other downfall was when everyone finally decided to put on the set of reds, and the other guys that had used their reds earlier all were on yellows. Now all them yellow tires went
went
backwards, and we
They
didn't
did.
see him the rest of the fucking race.
No, we didn't. It was mainly nose to tail until the last three laps.
Oh gosh, no, it wasn't even that. I mean, it was gonna be nose. I mean, honestly, it wasn't. I mean, it wasn't a lot of passing out there.
No, there wasn't. It was nose to tail the whole race.
Right. Real quick, I'm just gonna point out where Suarez finished the race at. He finished 10th.
That's an awesome finish for him.
Yeah, I mean, he started 21st, so
yeah,
he did move up.
Yeah.
Probably the biggest mover of the biggest mover of the race was Chastain.
Yeah.
In the one car, he started 22nd and finished 5th.
That's an awesome finish for Chastain.
All right, so anyways, we get to about 2 laps ago. Ricky Stenhouse and Ryan Preece get together.
Yes, they wanted to see whose car could handle each other.
Right, but did you know that they weren't even racing for position?
No, they weren't.
Like Preece, let's see. Oh, I don't have it. I got him out. Anyways, yeah, they weren't even racing for position.
No, they weren't.
It's like, really? I mean, again, I know a lot of. It seemed like everybody put the blame on Ricky. But I know when I watched it, it didn't really look like Ricky caused it.
No, it looked like Preece.
But then again, I mean, I kind of look at it, I kind of think about it again, and it was more of a coming together.
Yeah.
It was kind of a racing. I mean, they kind of both went for the same fucking real estate, and that was the end of the day.
Yeah.
I mean, sent Ricky to the wall and took him out. And this was with 2 laps to go in the race.
Yes, and normally with 2 laps to go and the caution fly, it's an automatic OT, which means overtime.
In current NASCAR.
Which I disagree highly with, just to let y'all know.
You don't like overtime?
No, I do not.
Okay, how come that?
Because if the first overtime don't work, then they could spend the next 24 hours doing overtime.
Oh God, can you imagine?
Because it's unlimited overtime.
Oh my God, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Well, basically, they'll run out of fuel though.
Yeah, that's true. Eventually, they'll run out of fuel.
Real quick, I just want to make out some points here since we seem to be moving along really well because we really just want to talk about certain things. Mainly because it was just not that exciting of a race.
No, it wasn't.
Your driver, Martin Truex Jr., was first car out.
Yes,
at lap 250 for an engine.
Yeah, his engine puked on him.
Yep, engine gave out, so he was first car out. And then, like I said, Ricky Stenhouse made it to lap 397.
Yeah, and
I guess so they're giving about 3 laps before the end because it was 400 lap race.
Yeah.
Time of race was 3 hours, 3 minutes, 19 seconds. It felt like it.
Yes, it did.
It sure in hell didn't feel like it was speeding through. That's for damn sure.
No, it wasn't. And
4 total caution flags for a total of 26 laps. Obviously, first 2 were for stage 1 conclusion and stage 2 conclusion. Next one after that was the incident with the 47 car and 41 car in turn 2, which they're saying actually happened on lap 400. I don't know why they got it down as 400. Like, really?
Yeah.
A 400 lap race. Oh, no, it's not. It's a 408 lap race.
Oh, okay.
306 miles.
Okay.
All right. Anyways. And then they threw the next caution. We'll get into that on lap 408 because we were in overtime. So, yeah, so Stenhouse and Preece get together, bring out the caution. At that point, Austin Dillon, 3 car, had about a between 3 to 4 second lead.
Yes.
It was going to be his win, his race.
Yes.
Nobody had, I mean, Joey and Denny had nothing for him.
No, they didn't.
So caution comes out, and here's where, again, I made the comment. You remember this. The guys that are currently on reds, because at that moment everybody was on the reds, which eat up. Now there's like 4 or 5 guys that were on the lead lap that were still on those used reds.
Yeah.
Now, I mean, I get it. If you have multiple green, white checkers, yes, it's not gonna matter.
Yeah.
But if you're only gonna have one,
yeah,
I'm sorry. If I might, and this is where I'm like, if I'm dead, I remember who, I think Suarez was one of them. If I'm meeting those guys that had the use reds on, fuck this. I'm talking to all those guys, say, hey, if a caution comes out here at the end, let's all four of us go up to the front.
Yeah.
At the caution, let them all pit, and we'll try to hold them off for, you know, 3 laps.
Yeah.
Because I mean, you get the green flag, then come back around and get the white, and then the next flag after that finishes the race.
Yes, it does.
Regardless if it's caution or not.
Yeah, exactly.
But they didn't. Everyone came down pit road.
Which I agree with you. It was a dumb move because it's like, okay, yeah, they're used, but come on.
I think there was enough. I honestly would think there was enough tread left on them, enough compound left on them for them to use them for 2 laps.
Yeah, they're like, yeah,
or even 3 laps.
Yeah, I agree. I completely agree.
Because even if, like, let's say maybe not Suarez, but maybe someone else who is harder on their tires, right? So as long as Suarez takes a white flag, if a guy behind him blows a friggin' tire and spins and wrecks in front of the field, NASCAR's going to throw the caution.
Yeah, they are.
And as long as he's taking the white flag, the race is over.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's the one thing I'm kind of upset about. I wish Suarez's team would have been, had a little more balls.
Yeah, me too.
And gone for, maybe talk to the other guys that are all on the used res and say, fuck this, let's all move up front, make it harder for these guys to come through us.
Yes, exactly.
Not saying it would have worked, but I mean, up to this point, before the caution, Austin Dillon was class as field.
Yes, he was. He was.
I mean, for once, finally, RCR actually had speed.
Yeah, they did.
But they didn't have speed in both cars. It was just one.
Yeah, just one.
Kyle Busch didn't have speed this race, but Austin Dillon did.
Yeah, and it throughout the whole season this season, it's been that way. Yeah. Either Kyle would have the power and Dillon wouldn't, or Austin would have it and Kyle wouldn't.
All right, so we get everybody pits, we get the restart. Austin Dillon takes the outside lane.
Yes, outside lane.
Joey chooses the inside lane.
Yes.
For P2.
Yes.
And then no, it's the other way around.
Yeah. It is the other way around. 3
cars on the inside because Denny's right behind Austin.
Yes.
And Reddick is behind Joey.
Yeah.
Which I thought was ironic.
Yeah.
Because so we come to the restart, obviously Austin Dillon's a control car. Now Austin Dillon has not had great restarts even the whole race.
No, he
hasn't. Or this whole season.
No, he hasn't.
So he kind of spins the tires up. Joey holds back a little bit, gets a shove from Reddick.
Yeah, he does.
And
takes off.
Right. And by the time we come off of turn 2, Logano's got the lead.
Yes, he does.
And it's like, well, fuck, there you go, Austin. You just lost this fucking race.
Yeah.
And so we were watching. I mean, maybe Austin can get back to him. I don't know. And they come across, take the white flag.
Yes.
Austin, they go down to turn 1 and 2, drive down to turn 1. Austin looks like he's catching him, getting closer a little bit, but not much. Coming off the corner, looks like Joey pulls on him. Get down to turn 3, probably about 3 car lengths.
Yeah.
Back, Austin Dillon decides, you know what? I've got nothing to lose because I'm 32nd in points.
Yeah.
And under the current playoff system is you win and you're in the playoffs.
And once we get through covering this incident, I'm going to bitch about that.
And he drives it into 3, doesn't grab the brakes, doesn't slow down.
No.
And literally drives through Joey Logano.
Yes.
Which then sends Joey into a spin.
Yeah.
Then it's also had to slow up so much that here comes Denny Hamlin, the 11 car on the bottom.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh shit, Hamlin's gonna steal this.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden you see Dillon come across. You see Dillon come across 2 lanes, 1.5 lanes. If you actually watch from the deal, Denny is taking the proper line off the corner, which he's coming up.
Yeah.
So again, we're gonna have 2 cars meet together.
Yeah, we are.
Now, mind you, I know SMT shows Dillon hard locking to the left.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, he said even on Dell Jr.'s download that he was taking the shortest line to the start finish line, which I don't blame him.
I don't either.
Unfortunately, they come together, sends Denny.
Yeah.
Luckily, there's enough room here that when he hit him, right hooked him.
Yeah.
You know, they touched, which then right hooked Denny Hamlin. That when Denny hit, he hit this on the passenger side of the car into the fucking wall, not head on, not back end, and not driver's side.
Yeah.
Thank God for that.
Yeah, but it still hurt Denny's shoulder.
Well, yeah, it was a hard fucking hit.
Yeah.
But the thing was is after he spun Logano in front of the field,
yeah,
there was no caution.
No, there wasn't.
Then he hits Denny.
And there's a caution all of a sudden.
Oh, hold on. Denny hits the wall. Yeah, and then the caution comes out. Austin Dillon's declared your winner.
Yes, he is.
And it boils down to winning, you're in.
And that's the reason why this shit is happening, because these drivers have got it into their head when the season starts, you win and you're in. And NASCAR is so cotton picking fucking stupid that they're the ones that has bred what the drivers are now.
Well, I mean, the thing is this is why you don't have a playoff system, and
Exactly.
you don't have playoffs in motorsports. You run 36 fucking races, and out of them 36 races, the best fucking guy at the top of the point standings wins the fucking point race.
Exactly.
And it doesn't matter. I mean, yes, there's been times where people have clinched it before the final race of the season. Big fucking deal. This is the way it happens.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it happens even at your local dirt track.
It does.
I mean, there's some guys out there that they win all the time, that you get to third race before the season's over and they've already clinched the championship.
Well, yeah.
Nobody can touch them.
No, and that's bullshit. This stupid goddamn fucking
Wait, what's
playoff,
bullshit?
The playoff system.
Oh, I thought you were talking about what I said. I'm about ready to fucking
lose
it on you.
No. I'm talking about this bullshit playoff system. It's stupid, ridiculous, and I'm sorry, you're not a stick and ball sport, NASCAR.
And I mean,
you are a motorsport. Get your heads out of your asses and figure out another way to crown a champion.
Obviously, I've been watching NASCAR since the 80s, and I've understood the way. I mean, the only thing I never liked about NASCAR with the point system was it was like 125 points to win a fucking race, and then like X amount of points. It was like, oh my god, why can't like right now we run roughly about 40 fucking cars every weekend.
Yeah.
First place gets you 40 points. Last place gets you 1 point.
Yeah.
Seems like a pretty simple process.
And
honestly, what I see them do, this is me just personally, instead of always getting 40 points for first place, if there's only 37 cars like there was this week, then there's only 37. The winner only gets 37 points.
Yeah.
Because the last place car should always get one point.
Yeah. And as far as this fucking stage racing goes, NASCAR, drop it. Because it makes the races too fucking long.
It ain't that.
And if they need pit stops because of fuel and because
it takes a whole strategy. It takes all strategy out of this until you hit the final stage.
Well, yeah, that's where I was going with it.
Sorry.
I mean, let them strategize on how to win. Don't give them a caution and know that everybody and their damn dogs are going to head for pit road.
They only doing this because TV wants it done, because TV wants. But here's the thing is this is during the green flag runs, there's still a shitload of commercial breaks.
Yeah. So what is the fucking difference when you hit a stage break and they sit there and parade around the track 3, 4,
Honestly,
5
you know what I see NASCAR do? I see NASCAR fucking take their app they got, expand that thing to like a NASCAR TV thing where you can sign up for a yearly or monthly fucking subscription fee where you can have the fucking races commercial free.
Exactly.
Because you're paying a fee.
Yeah, you
shouldn't have to worry about fucking. I mean, you're already getting commercials. I mean, come on. Well, like the white flag is sponsored by Capital One, or the fucking leaderboard on the side of the TV is sponsored by DraftKings.
Yeah.
Like, really?
Yeah. Or the Coca-Cola drivers. I mean, you're already throwing commercials in there.
Well, that's the thing is why can't these these $1 billion companies? I mean, these multi-million-dollar companies that sponsor NASCAR and shit, why can't they just put their money where their mouth is and say, you know what, screw this, we're gonna buy, if you are, if what it really should work, if you're a sponsor of the race, you should have to buy all the TV time to have a commercial-free fucking race.
Yeah, exactly.
Otherwise, NASCAR just create a goddamn TV app.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a reason why I have F1 TV. I don't have to worry about it because the only reason why I really have F1 TV is so definitely practice. I don't have to worry about commercial breaks.
Exactly.
Qualifying, there is some on with ESPN now all of a sudden, but as far as the race goes, we're still commercial free.
Yeah.
I mean, if it ever got to a point where ESPN finally got the balls up to put on some actual announcers there, or broadcasting from a studio, Bristol, Connecticut, and start throwing commercial breaks in, well, then I would just go straight to F1 TV and call it good.
Well, yeah.
Because I've got no reason to stick with watching it on ESPN.
Yeah. And it's
otherwise, if that's not what you're going to do NASCAR, then I don't know, maybe really ought to look into a VPN.
Yeah, exactly.
Because then maybe I can get another feed of the race somewhere else in another part of the world that is commercial free. Because I know they run commercial free, because when you go watch the race replay on YouTube, it's commercial free.
It is.
They don't even cut out, like you hear them go, like the NBC or even Fox guys go to the commercial break, and then you got this whole point, obviously during a stage race, it means no big deal because it's all fucking under caution.
Yeah.
But again, and as far as you want to keep stages, fine, but we don't need a caution. You have the technology that when they come across 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, boom, there's your points.
Exactly. And don't tell me you don't have the technology.
They do have the technology, because
to sit here and know exactly who goes where without having to parade around for 5 laps at the end of a stage before we go green, trying to figure out what the damn fucking race order is.
Right. We at the end of stage 1, we wasted 8 laps.
Yeah, because they had to figure out who was running where, and you can't.
No, they don't have. No, it ain't that. It's because TV went to commercial.
Yeah, well, that's
because this is the way TV works, right? After the caution flag comes out, you get the top 10, right? For the green and white checker. Then you get the caution flag after 10 cars cross the start finish line, right?
Yeah.
Then TV goes to commercial break.
Well, yeah.
Okay, they come back for the live pit stops of the lead lap cars.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like,
then they leave again. Hang on.
Yeah.
Then they leave again, go to another commercial break. Then by the time we come back, the lap down cars are already pitted. We don't even get to see them. And now we're coming to the choose.
Yeah, and sometimes it's not even the choose. Sometimes they're already racing.
Well, no, sometimes they're right coming to the green flag.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Now, and not all the time do we see the choose.
Yeah. And it's like, fuck TV NASCAR. Find somebody that will run your race commercial free instead of wasting fucking 8 laps under caution for commercials for the TV.
I mean, another thing for NASCAR too is like, they've now allowed TV to dictate the race times.
Well, yeah, and that's bullshit.
And I don't understand how Fox and NBC can sit here and say, or definitely Fox, I don't understand how they can say, well, if we run it at 1 p.m. Eastern, we were not going to have viewers. Really, motherfuckers? You run 1 p.m. The NFL runs 1 p.m. Eastern fucking football games.
Yeah, they do.
Believe me, if it's somebody I want to watch at 1 p.m. Eastern, which is 11 here.
11 here and right now, yeah.
I will get my ass up to watch the fucking event.
And I'm already up. I'll turn it on and watch it.
In the 80s, I did watch races at 8, 9 o'clock in the morning on the West Coast if I wanted to watch that race.
Yeah.
So again, we're having these races in the afternoon, which in the summertime is what time for most areas. The thunderstorm period.
Yeah. Yeah.
Again, we kind of got off topic here. So anyways,
not really, because it also going to tie into what we're about to talk about.
All right. Your thoughts on Dillon sending it into turn 3, taking out Logano, then I mean, I hate to say it, but even taking out Denny Hamlin. I mean, obviously, Austin Dillon went in there, took out his mother, and then took out his mother-in-law.
Yes, he did. Okay, let me coat this by saying if I was in Austin, I'm just going to theorize. I'm going to do a theory here. There we go. In theory, if I was in Austin's situation and I have been
you're 32nd in points
and everything that's been drilled in my head for
winning you're in.
You better believe I'll be doing anything to get in to win, even if I have to take out opponents. But I will make sure that I don't make it look like I deliberately took them out.
Well, first of all, let's go ahead and talk about that, right? One thing that's been said with this next-gen car is that to be able to actually move somebody, you've got to hit them hard.
You do, and I would do that if I was
you have to hit. It's not like the old car where you go up and
just barely touch it and it
tap them or
takes
whatnot.
Off like an airplane.
Right. So obviously Austin sent it in there. Now, I know everybody's like, I know after the race on Twitter it got really ugly.
Oh, I'm sure it did.
But one thing a lot of people were saying, is there anything like this ever before? And the only race I can say yes to that's close to it, not quite, but it is close to it, because in the Richmond race in 1986, coming into turn 3, just before turn 3, Dale Earnhardt right hooked Darrell Waltrip. So Dale Earnhardt taps, right hooks Darrell Waltrip into the fucking fence and takes himself out. And so they're the first and second cars. And then third and I believe fourth place come piling in there too. So they took out the top 4 cars, and it ended up winner of the race was ended up Kyle Petty, who was like P5, but he was like half a track behind.
Yeah.
So this is the closest thing we've had to that.
Yeah.
Since 1986.
Yeah.
So that's and again, after the race, after it was all over, Dale was fined, I believe $5,000.
Yes, he was.
And I believe he was put on probation for 2 years.
Wow.
2 years.
I remember you telling me that.
So again, I believe that was still Big Bill running the show.
Okay.
You're not gonna. I mean, remember those scenes, some of those shit from Days of Thunder, right? When that one guy that ended up becoming a senator. Yeah, that guy there, he pretty much was Big Bill.
Okay.
So when he said, I'll just do a Chinese fire, Chinese scene where I'll strip your car down all the way, and then if I think you're legal, I'll let you put it back together.
Yeah.
It was like Cole Trickle and that one guy because they kept fucking wrecking each other.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I remember that.
So, but that was on actually about Bodine and Earnhardt.
Oh wow.
So, yeah, Big Bill didn't fuck around.
No, we didn't.
And unfortunately, that's one of the problems we do have with current NASCAR. Okay, Big Bill, first of all, no matter what, there would never have been a penalty right at the track.
No, there wouldn't have been.
But I don't think Big Bill would have waited until, I believe, since the race is on Sunday, we would have had a penalty on Monday.
Yeah, we would have.
Or maybe even late Sunday night, we would have already known what the penalty was going to be.
Yeah.
And that's the problem is that we didn't have a penalty.
No,
we didn't know what the hell was going to go on. Also, we'll find this out later that after Joey gets going again, after the race is over, he drives down pit road, pissed off. People are all the teams are coming out. Cars are all in a single file line, and him and Denny decided to go down, make it too wide.
Yeah, and
plow over Austin Dillon's family.
Yeah.
Again, there was a NASCAR official there, and so then he fucking revs it up, spins the tires. And this one NASCAR official telling him, "Fucking stop it right fucking there." I mean, he was pissed.
Yeah, he was.
Oh, I was like, oh damn, man.
Yeah.
Again, I understand Joey. I mean, he's pissed off.
Yeah.
He just got taken out of the race.
Yeah. But you cannot take it out on pit road because families and crew members are there.
Now, another thing I'm not happy with NASCAR on.
Okay.
And mind you, I was never a big Dale Earnhardt Jr. fan.
Okay.
I like when Dale Sr. passed away, because I already chose my second driver, and believe me, for a lot of fans, oh, how dare you, sacrilege that you let Jeff Gordon? Nah, sorry, same age as me. Like he's only like a couple months older than me, and that's it.
Well, yeah,
So,
but the thing is him.
But I mean, you gotta realize too, when
friends.
at first I didn't like him, but then I didn't like him because he was the same age as me, like you little prick.
Yeah, I know.
And then eventually I started liking him.
Well, yeah.
And so I was like, okay, whatever. And then Earnhardt passes away. I'm like, well, I guess I'll follow Jeff's career.
Well,
from
yeah.
Here. I mean, and the reason why I did that is I knew Dale was getting, and then before Dale died, I mean, I knew Dale was eventually gonna retire and be gone and no longer racing, just like Keen Richard. So it's like, well, fuck, I need somebody. And it just happened. Like, I mean, it wasn't like nothing to do with the Rainbow Warrior car, the DuPont Chevy, but I did like Jeff. A lot of Jeff's interviews and shit were, like, okay, I do like him.
Yeah.
Yep. So I didn't get on the Junior bandwagon.
No.
As soon as Dale died, all the Dale's fans jumped to Junior.
Yeah, that's what you're telling me.
And whatnot. So at that point, then at one point, Dale Jr. said shit on a live interview.
Yeah.
And got fined by NASCAR. They go interview Joey Logano about this, and he calls this, what Austin Dillon did, a chicken shit move. Live on air. No, in fact, two of them said that. Bubba said it. Oh, yeah, Bubba said it too.
Yeah, and Joey said it. Joey Logano said it. But I don't think neither one of them were fined.
Oh, yeah, Bubba's, I mean, they set him up on that one.
I know he did. I know they did.
Because he was done with his fucking interview. And then the interview person, I don't remember who it was, asked him one more question, and God damn it.
That's probably why that's what they probably consider.
But I'm shocked. I mean, because like all of the, and we are going to get to the penalties. The penalties were normally come down on Tuesday. They didn't come down on Tuesday. They actually finally dropped on Wednesday.
Yes, and that's the reason why we're going.
That's why it took us a few days. And just so everybody knows, also, and we'll do this at the end. Never mind. We'll remember to talk about what we decided to do from here on out with our shows.
I will.
All right. Anyway, so I'm going to get to some of these tweets that started right after the show, or right after the race.
Finally.
Jeff Gluck posted this literally 6:13 our time, so 9:13 Eastern. Austin Dillon's team radio had said, and I quote, this is from his spotter, "I don't care how you do it," end quote, before he hit Joey Logano. And then, I quote, wreck him, end quote, before Denny Hamlin. Then you hear, after the race is over, and I quote, Pop is proud of you, end quote, Richard Childress then said on the radio. Your thoughts on a spotter telling the driver to, "I don't care how you do it," to Logano, and then as he takes out Logano, here comes Hamlin, says, wreck him. What's your thoughts on that?
That wasn't right. That was dirty of the spotter to tell him that.
Okay. Shortly after that, or at the press conference afterwards, Richard Childress then just denied, he went and said this on the team radio.
Well, that could be true.
Then Richard Childress turns around and says, Richard Childress says, by the way, I'm reading Jeff Gluck's tweets, by the way.
Yeah.
From that night. And if you want, follow at Jeff_Gluck. That's GLUCK. Him and Jordan Bianchi are the best two out there.
Yeah,
there's some other ones too. Dustin Long, also Nate Ryan, also
J-Ski.
J-Ski really he does his own page. Yeah, I know he does have a Twitter. Bob Pockers.
Yeah, Bob Pockers, yeah.
Those are the ones I mainly follow for my NASCAR news. Anyways, Jeff Gluck didn't tweets after that one. Richard Childress says somebody put the, and I quote, wreck him, end quote, on the team radio, and you can't believe what you hear on the internet. Unfortunately, that is not accurate, but I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. He didn't hear it. That's Jeff Gluck saying. Matt Weaver then tweets, and the only reason why I know this is because Gluck retweeted this. Richard Childress came over to me after the press conference and said he didn't hear it in real time if it was said. I played the recording for him. He echoed the sentiment that, and I quote, "Well, if he did, Spotter did a good job because it won him the race," end quote.
It's still dirty racing.
So, but here's the thing is, right?
But,
Richard Childress has been in this game long enough.
Yeah.
He was a car owner for Dillon Hart.
Yeah, it was.
You know, the Intimidator.
Yeah.
Ironheart, there's a reason why they call them both of those.
Yeah.
And so Richard's way of racing is going to be completely different than the way it is in 2024.
Yeah, exactly. He's going to have the sentiment that you do what you can because you got to win to get in.
So then at that point, Elton Sawyer does a press conference also stating that we will look into it. So now we're waiting on NASCAR.
Yes, we are waiting on NASCAR at this point.
So we get to yesterday.
Yes.
Which is literally 4:16 Eastern time. Jeff Gluck makes a series of tweets. Elton Sawyer comments to the media.
Okay.
And I quote, "The magnitude of this decision was and is huge. So we felt like it was very important we get this right," end quote. He apologizes to fans for decision taking so long.
Okay.
Sawyer then says they took the entire incident in totality, and I quote, "We want to make sure we are protecting the integrity of our playoffs and our championship when we get to Phoenix," end quote. Well, that's one of the other things. Like, wait a minute, who's going to stop anybody from dive bombing somebody in Phoenix to win the fucking championship?
Good point.
But he also says he wants drivers to be able to race hard and thinks the drivers understand this crossed the line. Again, an imaginary line because we don't have a real rule book. We don't have the rule book that actually says what the fucking line is.
Then
hold on. Then Jeff does quote or tweets. It's not a quote. Sawyer not wanting to go into specifics on why they decided this because he is anticipating an appeal. Continues to say it was the, and I quote, totality, end quote, of the incident. So Austin Dillon was fined.
Yes, he was.
He was fined. Oh, shit. That's the one they didn't take a picture of the fine. 25 owner, 25 driver points.
Yes.
The win does not count towards the playoffs.
Nope.
So now he drops to 31st in points.
Yeah, he does.
Even though he was originally 32nd. I'm sorry. If you're taking away the points, it should be the full points you got for that fucking race.
Yeah, exactly.
It should pretty much be a fucking goose egg.
Exactly.
Not 25 points of the 40 you got.
Yeah.
It should be 30. It should be a flat out 0.
Okay.
For both owner and, but anyway, so he gets to keep the win and the trophy.
Okay.
But he doesn't get to count it towards the playoffs.
Okay.
Thoughts on that? Do you agree with that penalty by NASCAR?
I do, because they do need to start cracking down on this. I do understand though that there has been 2 other incidents that had happened where the drivers were only suspended a race, and one of them did get a waiver to do the playoff, but the win did still count towards the playoff. Where they already did that, to me, they just backtracked it. But considering what happened and considering that this does happen a lot with these cars, NASCAR needed to start doing something to start cracking down on these drivers, because the Xfinity drivers that are coming up behind these drivers in the Cup is doing the same thing.
Okay, so real quick, I want to just go over these. Is section 4.4, point B and D, NASCAR member conduct, 10.1.A, general procedure, 12.3.2.1.B, eligibility. And again, I'm actually looking at the thing again. The penalty and remarks is team assessed with they lost to 25 driver and owner points. The race finish will not count when determining eligibility for the playoffs. playoff points or playoff seeding.
Okay.
What?
They need to make that more clear then. They need to make
Well,
that.
they just made it clear, didn't they?
Yeah, they need to.
But I mean, they need to put in the rule. But I think they really need. I mean, honestly, I think when we hit 2025, there's going to be an awesome Dillon fucking rule.
Well, I'm sure there will be now.
You know, I mean, we had the Chastain rule a few years ago about the hell melon.
Yeah, now we're going to have an awesome.
Now we're going to have an awesome Dillon one. Also, Brandon, spotter for the 3 car. He's also penalized for behavioral, but all 3 of these are behavioral, by the way. Brandon's was under section 4.4 B and D, NASCAR member conduct, and 10.1A, general procedure. Spotter Brandon has been suspended for the next 3 point events through Darlington, September 1st, 2024. That one I disagree with because I'm sorry. He said wreck him. He needs to be suspended the rest of the fucking year.
Yeah.
And either allowed back in around Daytona or has to go through some classes and shit of what you should not be doing. Because one thing, I'm sorry, I get it. I know Brett said on DBC that he literally told Elliott Sadler back in the day to wreck somebody.
Mm-hmm.
I get it, but that is not what you're supposed to do as a spotter.
No, you're not. And that's where the spotter was wrong.
Well, I mean, it's just like, you know, you rewind a few years, I don't remember, a couple of years ago, probably, when Chad Canales got on the radio, William Byron at Watkins Glen, and told William that he better wreck Kyle Busch.
Yeah.
And every time William tried to do it, William pretty much wrecked himself.
Well, yeah, I do remember that.
So, again, this shit should have been nailed in the butt back then.
Yeah, it should have been.
Crew chief or spotter should not be telling a driver when to
wreck somebody.
Right. I agree.
And the other thing I'm going to say about these penalties is NASCAR better not even let their publicity department take this incident after they have penalized Austin and the spotter and the owner. They better not take this incident and advertise it just to get viewers to come to the race, because that is hypocritical bitches is what that shows.
Oh, by the way, let's go ahead and talk about hypocritical. You know, again, NBC pretty much dictated when the race was going to be. It was a Sunday night race.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Saturday night races are if you're going to have a night race in NASCAR, unless it's the Coke 600,
yeah,
it should be a Saturday night.
Exactly.
But stands full?
No, the stands were not full, which brings me to my other bitch for the night.
Okay, better bitch.
Richmond and every other track that has 2 races a year should not have 2 races a year. 1 race only, and that's it.
All right, we're not going to get into that. All right, Joey Logano. He has been also fined $50,000 for his actions on pit road following the race. Thoughts on that? And by the way, that was section 4.4 B and D, NASCAR member conduct.
I'm surprised it wasn't more.
It should be more.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I said
$50,000 a slap on the wrist for these fucking drivers.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
These guys are making $multi-million.
That's why I said I'm surprised it wasn't more.
This shit needs to start hurting.
Yeah, that's where I was going to go with it.
I saw some people on X say, you know what, NASCAR, if this is what they're going to do with their little monetary fines, then get rid of the goddamn monetary fines and start hitting them with fucking points.
Exactly, because the points is what matters.
And then after that, also, I don't know if NASCAR has said, I think, but let's take a book out of the FIA playbook and give them penalty points. And if they get, I mean, obviously they got 36 races versus F1's 24. And it's only 8 more. Fuck it. If you get 12 penalty points in the fucking season, they're suspended for 1 race.
Exactly.
Fuck it.
Because they need to nip this shit in the butt, because the drivers that are in the junior series, like the Xfinity and especially truck, is driving the same way.
It's not just that. You're showing little kids that you can do this shit.
Yeah, that's the other. Yeah. You're showing the future generations, hey, I can sit here and wreck somebody and get away with it.
So real quick, let's talk about this, because the fact that the Austin Dillon sent it in, I know we have a problem. You know, obviously, but here's my thing, and this is what I'm worried about. What's the line?
Exactly. What
We don't really still. I mean, so Austin drove it in, took out Logano, and then took out Denny. Is it because of the whole, again, as Elton Sawyer said, totality? So it's because he took out 2 cars.
Yeah, but
okay, so hold on. So here's my question. A normal bump and run, you go in there, slam the guy in the ass in, runs him up the fucking track, right?
Yeah.
Okay. It's up to that driver to either be really good to handle, keep the car straight. But what happens is that driver spins, collects the wall, and takes out 2 or 3 more fucking cars because he spun. Now, is this becoming is it a penalty?
It should be, because it's under
Okay.
the same thing that Dillon just
So,
did.
in other words, what NASCAR needs to do is they need to come out and say, no more bump and runs.
Yeah.
Because obviously there's some drivers that can't handle getting hit in the ass end.
Yeah.
You know, oops, sorry, I hit my microphone.
But yeah, I mean, if you are going to penalize Austin points and owner points for doing what he did, any bump and run is the same situation.
Okay, let me go. And I brought this up because this actually leads into my next Jeff Gluck tweet. Jeff asked Elton Sawyer, what do you say to drivers who no longer know where the line is when it comes to winning a race? Elton then says this, and I quote, I promise you, as a race car driver, remember Elton Sawyer was a former race car driver, they know where the line is. It's been a few years since I did it, but I promise you, I knew where the line was. Hard NASCAR racing, little bump, little bump, little tire mark, moving a guy up out of the groove to win a race. We've done that for years. What happened on Sunday night crossed the line, end quote.
Okay, so you're just double.
So in other words, as long as you bump them and move them up out of the groove, but if you bump them hard enough and they spin or wreck, spin out, hit the wall, and collect other cars, it's going to become a penalty.
Yeah, exactly.
That means starting this weekend at Michigan,
yeah,
the first time somebody bumps somebody, sends them out, and they take out 2 or 3 other cars,
they better get fined.
That car that hit them needs to be penalized.
Exactly, because you set the precedence now.
Yeah, the precedent has been set.
So you better follow through, NASCAR, and you better not be a flaky
right,
bitch.
Because again, right here, and I'll requote it. Elton Sawyer says, hard NASCAR racing, little bump, little tire mark, moving a guy up out of the groove to win a race. We've done that for years. Again, what happened on Sunday night crossed the line.
Okay, then every bump and run that does the same thing
little
crosses
bump,
the line.
Little bump, little tire mark, moving a guy up out of the groove is cool.
Yeah.
But if you hit somebody hard enough, or even little bump them hard enough, and they spin out, wreck, hit the wall, or even collect any other cars,
it's a penalty.
It should be a penalty.
Yeah. And NASCAR, you better not be flaky bitches.
And it shouldn't matter on if it's for the win.
Exactly.
Or if it's lap fucking 5.
Exactly.
Or 2 or 1 or 300 or 400.
Exactly.
All right. One last thing. Richard Childress Racing, RCR. This is their tweet or quote or tweet. This is their tweet. Anyways, Richard Childress Racing is very disappointed in NASCAR's penalty against the number 3 team. Do not agree with the decision that was made and plan to appeal it. Or plan to appeal, I'm sorry. I added the it. Your thoughts on the fact that they're going to appeal?
Well, I said it when the penalties came down. They're going to appeal it, and they have the right to appeal it. Because, I'm sorry, that classifies as every bump and run that's ever happened this year.
At least the ones that friggin' hit them hard enough, and they not just move them out of the groove. I mean, they
literally slam them into the wall. Yeah.
I mean, again, I know people were tagging Jeff, and again, poor Jeff. Jeff is being sent every goddamn video for the last 5 years from Hamlin and of Logano moving people where the guys barely touched the wall. They really didn't wreck. I mean, they did wreck because they did touch the wall. But I mean, it's like, okay, first of all, Gluck's he's a media member.
Yeah,
he's not on the NASCAR
thing.
What I want to know from you is, Are you okay with how long this took to get a penalty out?
No, I am not. And the reason why is because they have technology that they could have done it. If not Sunday night, they could have very well done it Monday.
Well, Jeff Gluck and Jordan Bianchi on the Teardown held an emergency podcast yesterday after the penalties came down. And they brought up the fact that the reason why they can't do it right away is because not everyone that's on the board or whatever on that part of the competition committee is at the track.
Okay, then it goes right back to what I say about F1. Everybody that is supposed to be NASCAR officials, supposed to be on that committee that decides, better damn well be at the track.
Like, again, and I know Jeff brought it up because, like F1's got stewards. Okay, first of all, they're done by the FIA.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that should be a job that's for every race too.
The same stewards.
Yeah, the same stewards for every race.
And maybe the only one, maybe you could switch it in and out would be the driver steward.
Yeah, the driver one.
But as far as the stewards go, it should be the same stewards for all.
Yeah.
In F1, it should be the same stewards for all 24 fucking races.
Yeah, and
I agree with you on that.
Yeah, and then on the flip side, if NASCAR has this huge committee, they should all be at the fucking track.
Right. Or at least, you know what? Fuck it, get 3 stewards.
Exactly.
These 3 people, if the race director flags something, these 3 people make a decision.
Exactly. And the decision will be made either that night after the race comes down, or it'll be made immediately the next morning.
If you want to have 5 people, fine. You get 4 people, maybe one guy, maybe a former crew chief, a former driver, and then 2 people that have been in NASCAR that will be at every race.
Exactly.
And let them decide the penalties.
Yeah, exactly.
Even if I don't care if the penalty, if the wreck happened on lap, if something happened on lap 15, and it took them to lap 50 to figure out what they're going to do about it.
Exactly.
I don't care.
I don't either.
But
you let us know. Right.
All penalties every penalty should be done before
the race ends.
Race ends and before TV goes off air.
Exactly.
Excuse me. If you have to look at something, then you hold it until Monday.
Exactly.
But this should not be
a 72-hour shit.
Monday evening, we should know the penalties of a Sunday night race.
Exactly.
I used to give them, I give them Tuesday, and maybe I would still give them Tuesday at the latest, depending on how much extra stuff they needed.
Yeah.
But really with today one, SMT data, they can get it right away.
Yeah, they can. They can request it.
It don't matter. NASCAR sees it.
Yeah, they got the technology to see it.
Fucking Denny, when Denny's leaving the track on his way home, flying through the air, he's re-watching the race and already got all the SMT data.
Yeah. So NASCAR, everybody everybody has access to it. So get your heads out of your asses, NASCAR, and look at it that night.
This is my thing. This is why I believe we should not be leaving the fucking track. And again, you put a time limit on it. You tell TV, okay, you make these contracts with TV. They need to have an hour window.
Yeah. After
the race.
Exactly.
It don't matter what it cuts into.
Exactly.
When you throw the checkered flag, that's the end of the race. TV needs to have an hour. If we have any problems, you got 45 minutes to get a decision done.
Exactly. Because I'm sorry, NASCAR, TV does not need to run your fucking business like they're doing right now.
I'm sorry. I miss the old. Call me old. I am Gen X. Okay, I've been at this for a long time, but I miss Victory Lane.
I do too.
Real Victory Lane.
I do too.
Not this. Oh, let's go interview him on the fucking front stretch.
I remember when I first started. I saw Victory Lane. I loved Victory Lane.
That's another thing that's missing.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else you want to add about this Richmond race that was, hey, Austin, Dillon, first of all I want to say is, first of all, before I say Austin, Ricky Stenhouse and Ryan Priest, thank you for making it fun. Because up to that point, this race was boring
as hell.
Nothing against Richmond. It's the package.
It's
the damn package. This is NASCAR's problem. The only thing that made it a little exciting is the goddamn tires. But, and again, I'm in agree with most of the drivers. Get rid of the fucking yellow tires. Let's go with the soft tires. The drivers will fit. The drivers and teams will figure it out.
Yeah, they will. And not only that, it's like also NASCAR, start investigating your package. What the hell have you done wrong with it? Why is it such a boring ride?
I can tell you what they've done wrong with it.
Yeah, they turned down the horsepower.
No.
But
it's not even that. No. They've added that fucking splitter and these cars sit on the fucking track.
Yeah. Yeah.
Raise the car up off the track.
Yeah.
Get rid of the goddamn splitter.
Yeah.
Start letting air back underneath that fucking car. And guess what? You're going to have great racing.
Yeah, you are. Yeah, you are.
They're probably not the greatest because, I mean, and that's here the news. Yes, give us back the 1,000 horsepower because guess what? I watch NASCAR for speed. I don't watch it going, oh, hey, well, how come my Chevy Camaro don't have 1,000 horsepower engine? I don't do that.
No.
I don't look at a NASCAR car going, oh, well, how come my street car can't go that fast?
Yeah, exactly.
I look at NASCAR as being in motorsports.
Exactly.
I mean, Christ. Unless it's like a pure stock division, anything above pure stock at your local dirt track is not a legitimate fucking car or engine you can go buy for your car.
No, it's
not.
You
can buy it, you can put it in, but you're probably gonna get in trouble.
Yeah, exactly.
And it sure hell ain't gonna last very long.
No, it's not.
It's meant for racing.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyways, all right. Yeah, so next week, from here on out, we're gonna try to come at you Wednesday mornings.
Yes, we are.
Right? That we decided Wednesday? No, Thursday on.
Yeah, I thought it was Thursday morning. Yeah. That way we can get all penalties and stuff.
All right, so from here on out, Thursday mornings, 5 a.m. Eastern, we're gonna be live.
Yes, we are.
Talking about the previous weekend's race. Mainly because if something like this happens and Kim wants to get her 2 cents into about the penalties, I don't want to spend time on the next weekend's race review, starting off with previous week, especially when we got 2 races to talk about.
Yes.
When we got F1 and NASCAR to talk about.
Yes, because I like to give my opinion on them because yeah.
Anyways, again, now they got the penalty partially right.
Yeah, they did.
I'm not 100%. I still think if the win doesn't count in the playoffs, strip the fucking win.
Yeah, exactly. Strip it.
If you're gonna take away the points and it doesn't count for the playoffs, then why let him have the win?
Yeah. Why put a win on his record?
That's all I'm saying.
Strip the win away from him too, as well. Give it to whoever was 3rd or 4th or 5th in line.
Right. Chop the fucking splitters off.
Yeah, exactly. Chop the goddamn splitters off. Quit.
Raise the track or raise the ride height because this racing sucks.
It does. It sucks big time.
Anyways.
It sucks big time, and it's not enjoyable to watch.
Nope.
Half the time it's a snooze fest.
You know what? Before we get here, Kim, you got a driver of the race. A driver of the race.
Oh, we already mentioned it. It was Chastain.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Now jackass of the race.
Oh, you mean this?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, why do you let him call you jackass?
Well, there's going to be a list of jackasses.
He always called me.
You do realize when that's playing, you're not supposed to talk.
Oh, I'm sorry. Play it again.
Typical use and abuse fashion.
Hey, why do you let him call you jackass all the time? The bartender says, he always called me.
All right, who's the jackass?
No, there's going to be a list of them.
You got a list of jackasses?
I got a list
of this race?
Yes, I do.
Okay, well, I'm going to give him, I got 2.
Okay.
Ricky Stenhouse Jr. and fucking Ryan Preece.
Those were the 2 on my list.
Without those two tangling for a non-position.
Yeah.
We're not even talking about this. We would be talking about the fucking tires.
Yeah, I agree. And
we would probably be talking about a different race.
Yeah, I agree. Well, I'll give you those. Those are actually my top 2.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
No, you're good.
That's why we don't discuss this shit.
That's right. Those are my top 2.
All right, who else you got?
Then the other one I got is Austin Dillon's spotter.
Oh yeah.
For telling him to wreck the cars on the track.
Yeah.
And then finally, NASCAR for taking their sweet ass time.
Oh God, right. There's no need for fuck. I mean, this is what I literally felt like on Tuesday.
Well, we're waiting.
Waiting for NASCAR to come up with a fucking penalty. Like, really?
Yeah.
There's no reason this penalty should have been easily handled on Monday.
Yeah, it should have been.
We didn't need to wait until that long.
No.
I mean, honestly, you know, I mean, as far as NASCAR goes, that's what I feel about NASCAR, right? Especially the officials trying to decide a penalty.
What are you looking at, butthead?
You know, I mean, come on, man.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Get with it.
Yeah, exactly.
Get with it.
Exactly.
Anyways, with that being said, I'm Scott.
I'm Kim.
Nicole, our third of Using Views is not. She's not even in the chat tonight.
No, she's not.
Anyways, we are Using Abused. We'll be back next Thursday talking about Michigan.
Yes.
We got one more week before
F1 starts.
We got one more week off before F1's back.
Uh-huh.
And then we'll be back to 2 races. Michigan is we're 3 races away from the end of the regular season.
Yep, we are.
Excuse me again. So Austin Dillon's got 3 more chances to get back in the playoffs.
Yes, he does.
Plus Kyle Busch got a chance to get in there.
Yes.
And I didn't even look at the points. So we'll get you caught up on points next week.
Yeah.
Hopefully we're not waiting for penalties next week.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
But we'll be back on Thursday at 5 a.m. Eastern to wake you up with a little NASCAR talk from Michigan.
Yeah.
What?
Oh,
What?
I thought you were going to push the button.
I will here in a minute when I'm done talking.
All right.
You okay?
My butt is beginning to hurt.
Well, with that being said, have a great day. Have a great week. Have a great week.
And a great weekend.
Be kind to everyone. And guess what?
Game over, man. It's game over.
Peace.
Peace.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning. Have a safe morning.
Have a great day. Bye.